These comps just run out of steam even with a gold lead, and especially here in Group Nirvana when fights are happening all the time anyways, it makes sense to really put your team in a position to win no matter what. But with the Xayah lock,
the LNG AD carry will not be able to continue. Meanwhile, Ultra Prime has spotted out this dragon. It's down to about 2,000 HP. Here comes the Weaver's Wall. Saber wants to get into the fight. Haichao is stunned. OVO has to get out, but they're going to turn on Abaya as Zika is overheated. It is melting the team, and First Blood goes over to Haichao. Now they're going to look for Junhao next as Tippers is in there, and he hops in and says, "Go, my friends, run away." A second kill going over to LNG. They take the dragon too. Run down by Jiang, but you know, it's just a standard CS lead coming out for Fish One, right? And this was the consequence of a couple of these swaps. Zhou's just going to make a flash play here. OVO is going to taunt up too, but Junhao shows up to the party as well. Fish One, you're on the wrong side of the tracks, buddy. I don't really know what to tell you. You were cooked from the moment the fight started.
For it. We'll see how much that ends up mattering. Obviously, the kill going over to Baya is best case scenario, but we'll see what he can do. Is a little bit of a trade here.
Oh, yeah, Baya's going to die because of that. Yeah, this teleport's coming in. And he realized it a little bit too late. You're going to see Annie fly right by, and Haichao is looking to run this man down. OVO will land the knock-up and set him up and knock him down for Haichao.
Yeah, very, very big pickup there. Big mistake by Baya. You can't really overextend in that instance after jungle, but of course he just kites back into his turret, as anybody would in that scenario, and that's a free dragon for LNG. That's the second Drake of the game.
And the longer that goes, the less effective this Pantheon is going to be, right? So OVO wants a piece of it. He's going all the way in. He charms up two members over the top as Haichao doing good damage. So they managed to find Saber, and now they're going to look over to Junhao as well. Double teleports coming in as they chase down the Pantheon. Fish One looking to join the fight, but Junhao is already dead. It is a 2-0 in favor of LNG as they are running this game.
The ground there, but OVO understanding that this is just a free fight win. Ultra Prime don't have the raw combat strength right now without those ultimates. Haichao in danger. Oh, he's just deleted.
Well, the question was, can he convert? The answer is, does make things a little scary here. We all know what LPL Kai'Sa can do. So Rift Herald is going to, run right into the wall. Nice job there by Saber. We're hoping for a little bit more effectiveness out of these Weaver's walls, but listen, you'll take what you can get. As Shelly appearing to have some problems here with this turret, unable to get the job done. Turret going down over on the top side there.
You know, with a lot of the other macro threats coming in, that he is going to get taken down, but that's a shutdown going over in favor of Ultra Prime. That's also blocking the advantage that you got from giving up Rift Herald, and so overall, a pretty decent play. They do have to trade the bot tier 1 for it, and we're still pretty far behind in this instance, but gonna make another play.
Oh, what did I just witness, bro?
Here on the bottom side, but looks like they might have to trade top lane tier 2 to do it.
You know what? Honestly, that's fine. I think LNG is still fine with it, despite the fact that it's like, oh man, that's really horrible that this play happened. Like, again, you just give up the dragon? I don't...
Right now, LNG doesn't care. They're starting up the Otacon, and they're bursting this down. We'll see if Ultra Prime want to make a counterplay.
Here we go. All right. They have vision, so they know what's going on here. Weaver's Wall coming through to cut off Ultra Prime. Saber will at least put the wall down. All right, let's see what Ultra Prime's got. 3,000 HP, getting lower and lower. Sion coming through, doing a lot of damage to Fish One. Fish One's got to try to get out of there. Junhao gets away from the Otacon. A mess of a fight on both sides. And Otacon secured for LNG as Xiaofeng's trying to get out of there. Baya gets the kill, but will he be able to survive? Trying to come back to the rest of his team. Dodges the knockup as Baya is playing so well in this fight. And LNG has been completely wiped. Zeka trying to get out as Saber will chase him down, get him with the seismic shove, and the rest of the squad hops on top. And there we go, Ultra Prime.
They don't get the Otacon, but they get everything else in the fight. It's massive for Ultra Prime. It's really poorly executed by LNG, who allow their carries to get demolished at the start of the fight by the Sion.
And certain death. So Ultra Prime has started the dragon up as Xiaofeng looking for a crazy flank. Maybe going to try to get in the back of the pit here. Start to surprise some people as LNG look to move their way down. He is in that sneaky part of the pit. Waiting for him to just go right over and hit a Cyclone on a multiple members. There's that Weaver's Wall just cutting off LNG, but again, they're not bursting the dragon right now. It's just getting slightly low. Xiaofeng, perfectly timed, waiting right on top of Baya. See you later, AD carry. Xiaoshu going to be the next target. He will burn away. They'll turn onto Junhao next, and he will go down. Zhang can only try and cry as he falls too. Soul secured for LNG, and that could be the knock. for somebody to walk up when they really shouldn't. Is Rumble going to go get this giant wave shoved in? Now he's going to deal with Xiaosha, who's in the middle of no man's land right now. Weaver's Wall going to come through to at least cut off the rest of LNG. And we have a teleport coming in from behind. We have a play that's being made by Ultra Prime because the members are split. Rumble going to drop that equalizer, trying to make big plays, but OVO gets in there for a big taunt. And now the question is, can Fish One get the damage out and stay safe? He manages to take out one, and he's looking for other targets. Junhao trying to deal with the Rumble, but he just can't, and down goes Talia. Down goes Ultra Prime. It is an ace for LNG.
It looks like it should absolutely be free. That's Ocean Soul, that's Baron, that's everything on the map going in favor of LNG. Hope we get a replay of that, because one thing I really want to highlight is Haichao in that fight, who essentially just 1v1s Baya off the map.
You can't burst him out because there's an Ocean Soul. That's when you have to realize, as a jungler specifically, you know what? Perhaps I may have bungled this game a little bit. Bungled it the way they have, as LNG is in complete control. We've seen crazy throws in our time in the LPL here, K-Man. I don't know if this is going to be one of them.
This would certainly be, but I just saw the minimap. Baya's ulting.
Oh, hang on. Haichao is still alive, but he will finally fall as OVO can't save him. But guess what? Rumble shows up to the party. Everybody else shows up to the party as Baya will fall as well. Down on the bout side, Fish One trying to deal in a 2v1, but look, he's healing. He's still alive, and he manages to find Zhang. And he's going to pull the feathers back to slow up Xiaosha as well. He's kiting in the opposite direction. But yes, the boys have shown up to party. Give Fish One the triple, please. No, he won't. Zhao Feng will clean up the last kill. Saber is down. Ultra Prime are down. They've got the wave. LNG should march it down for the win.
Ultra Prime didn't want this game going on too much longer. A very strange 3v2 fight in the mid lane ends up closing it out in favor of LNG. From start to finish, they controlled the pacing of this game. One small hiccup in the middle, but outside of that, great look in game one from LNG.
Absolutely. They were the team that had direction. Ultra Prime directionless, and guess what, K-Man? We should have known. Xiaosha, 5 deaths. We should have known that they were not going to win this game when he dies so...
At some point, I'm going to go back and rewatch a bunch of historical League of Legends and stuff like those, like the CJ Ensis SKT series from Season 4. E, cancel your E with your W, you slow them into it, and then you get your auto attack afterwards. Flash away from the ultimate. There is a Dominus available, and there's a fight in the 2v2 on the bot side, which I don't think OVO is particularly happy about. Uses the heal, and they do manage to get some damage there from the Alistar. Fish One trying to get the last damage, but it will not be enough. Bayer flashes up the emotes and will kill his lane opponent. Egen on top side, missed his ult on the top side, was flashed away from, and doesn't have any tools left to get out of the play. It's a 1-for-1 across in the group stage. That was back when I was a big follower of the LJL. Saber has flash, might have to use it. Drag back, no wall stun. There is an Impale available. Slow lands onto him, gets the phase rush active. Does have flash, and Junhao's around the corner. He has level 6 too. The Impale doesn't hit onto the Rise, but will hit onto the Shinzao. I think Xiao Feng might be in a bit of trouble here. Xiaosha walking up the river first. Good engage there from Haichao, as Junhao doesn't have flash to follow up the play. Brawl up will slow them down, but there's a flash forward from the Alistar, which makes things very, very different. And it's a punch into the rocket! OVO wants this, it's an ult from downtown. Sivir will come round to pick up 1 kill back. Ends up still being a 2-for-1 with an awesome alley-oop from the bot lane across. That's on the bot side. Saber doesn't have any escape now. No flash was forced in topside, and the kill donated to the Jinx, who gets excited and will be able to use that to get 1 last plate in this bot side turret. Maybe even 2, actually. They get excited. It's very, very strong. They'll get 2 turrets off, 2 turret plates. They won't be able to get the last plate, but they will get the full last turret. It's LNG. Get the Jinx excited. Ichin will get that turret. Gold over towards to hold this choke point into river if they can. But it's quite hard to stop Ascana going through. He doesn't have an Impale just yet. 10 seconds on that. W is being fired about, although popping a ghost from the spellbook. Coming down to a smite fight, and it's a flash as well. Jinx ends up stealing it and gets excited from it. A 3-man Impale comes through to the backline as the Ambassador does get onto the Jinx. Danger stations for LNG as the AD carry goes down. Bayer coming back into the fight. Junhao trying to get some damage down, and the Ambassador gets rolling. Zucker pops the Dominus. Triple kill to the Ambassador right now with 2 left on the table. It's a quadra kill to the Ambassador. It's Ichin, the duelist from the PC. The second item off that fight. Jeez, so much gold given over. Is that Jinx? That topside turret. Was very, very fed beforehand. And honestly, he's not doing badly now. 197 C. But it also means 1 sword. And he was a Riven player. Still is a Riven player, doesn't get to play it that much nowadays. The champion's just not very good for pro play. He would play it sometimes in Frank Esports. He was in the PCS before this year on Frank Esports. I think they were that 4th place team over there or so. Atkan's alive, which is why we're positioning like this. Hi, Chow. Jumping forwards a little bit. Teleport coming down. Multiple teleports coming down. Dominus coming through. Flash forwards onto the carrier. Knockups go wild. Excited is the Jinx. Is there anything to lock them down? There's no Ambassador, and that is a problem. Yes, there's a lot of damage on the Ambassador, but the Jinx goes absolutely nuts. I say that. Junhao's turned it around. Gets the damage onto the Jinx, and it's the Chovy who's putting out more damage. Flashing forwards, and will finish off the team fight with a triple kill. 3 for Bayer, 2 for Junhao. A full house between the two of them. Tower will be killed, and Ultra Prime find a fight around their Fed AD carry, who is 5-0 and 6. I know it's Bayer that puts out the most of the damage, but Junhao, real credit to him. We've been waiting for him to step up. He was a huge player for them early into the split. We're going to jump forwards again on Xiaofeng. Impale goes onto the rise. Can they get the reset? Yes, they can. There is no flash for Jinx this time, though, and that could be a problem. Zucker coming into the play, going to the Braum is not exactly where you want to be, and now in comes the Ambassador. Yeah, that's the problem. It's 1 for 1, all things said and done. Mid laner for mid laner. Junhao around the back does have flash, potentially to jump forwards again. Goes forwards onto the carries, and the Civ is behind them. Has a front line, has a shield in front of him, and the Civ does the damage. Ultra Prime, another good fight for them. They are really far ahead in this game. With that last dragon, they put themselves a soul 30 point. 30 seconds till dragon. LG, no choice but to fight this. It would be the Infernal Soul on the other side, of course. Just charge into the wall. Chompers were there, but they don't get to combo up with it. And Fish One's been jumped onto by Junhao, and that leads into the Ambassador. AD carry dead. That is fight over and likely game with it. Ultra Prime get to roll forwards their own AD carry. Wonderful jump forward from Junhao. I think he's been spectacular this game on the Xin Zhao. In recent series for Ultra Prime, we've been talking about how Junhao's not really been at the level he was last split. Yeah, this is more what we were seeing. Great jump forwards onto the AD carry. Do you have now a 2v3 in mid lane? I think he wins this. I think the Ambassador wins this, and he does get the first kill in a 3v2. LNG can't take down the Ambassador, who's been going absolutely beast mode onto them. Eclipse Shield. Repudiate does good value there. Maybe the first can help. The stand behind me will give some extra resist as the Repudiate going up. Hai Chao was thinking about whether he can go for a flash combo, perhaps. Can't quite find it there. Baron taken by Ultra Prime. And they can use that to push into towers, and they can just lazily walk over towards the objective of the dragon later. Teleport into the bot side, remember, so we went back to base. No contest anymore. You are past your point of usefulness. Yes, 3 items, I mean, just 3 items on anyone's good, but you're realistically peaking around the 1 to 2 item mark. Jump over the wall. I don't really want to be jumping onto the Braum. Bayer escapes the initial engage. Realm Warp's coming in. Xiaoxia flashes back, and Bayer just keeps auto-attacking. Spell shields the Impale, because of course he does. And Zucker won't have much else to say about this either. Sterak's is not going to save the Crocodile. Not nearly the same level of play from him, and the same lead as him. Yes, it is. Yep, eat him. You go do that, my friend. Dives under turret. 1v2, gets a kill as Saber cleans up the other one. It is a clean ace for the side of Ultra Prime. Just about. Held the tongue there. Xiaoxia survives that last turret shot. Don't have any grubs. That's the one objective they didn't get their hands on this game. They'll at least break an inhibitor. 20 seconds left on respawns. I think maybe they can just walk forwards. Baron Buff will keep their wave alive. They have 5 members alive. And yeah, you put up that scream emotes. Ultra Prime will win our second game of the series, and we'll be going to 3 in our first of the day. Ultra Prime looking to get only their second win of Group Nirvana. So that's it. Very fun mid lane matchup. Hai Chao, Chovy, Saber on the other side. Hai Chao's, yeah, his community nickname is Chovy. Jin does get damage onto Lucian. Ignite now put down onto Xiaoxia. Ovo and Fish 1 forcing a flash out too now. So 3 summoners used by Ultra Prime's bot lane, and a hook lands. That could have even forced a flash there. 4th shot comes through. Bayer turning and fighting, trying to get the last flash in. The double tap does land on Ovo, but it's not enough damage. The kill will come through from Fish 1 as the 2v2 heavily going in favor of LNG. They might be able to turn around a kill onto the Nautilus, but they won't be able to, either him or the enemy player. And that's great for Viego, one side of it or the other, right? Because even if you trade 1 for 1, Viego comes out on top, regardless of whether or not it's on his team or not. Dragon started, finished by Ultra Prime. They will himself. Xiaoxia's here, has level 6, has that Solar Flare Shuffle. He will last for another couple of seconds, then he'll have to come out of vision. We'll see that. That's a problem. Dashes out of the flag drag, flashes out of the Solar Flare. Bayer on the flank. Xiaofeng ults away. Is it going to be enough to save him? The culling's so close, and I don't think he'll be getting away from this Swan. A double tap will send him down into the dark depths of the underworld. And he will die alongside Fish 1. 2 for none. Great trap laid around that forward with as much impunity. But for now, He has to play against the Cassandra. He can't be down there with those fights. Anyone got a link for stats that's actually live and posted? I don't know actually about stuff that's going on. You'll have to just read it off the screen. Post-game, though, after the game's ended, you can see it on gol.gg amongst other sites. I think DPM LOL also has it as well. Yichin retreating under his top turret. About to get himself his first item. Xiaofeng. Not the strongest dive. Oh, Ovo using the ghost to roam quicker. I like it. Tier 1 boots making him a little bit quicker as well. Ghost popped by Yichin. He knows he's in trouble. There's going to be a curtain call, and it might be curtains for Yichin as well. We'll stun into a couple different shots and a reset for the Viego. We'll see him dead on the other side of the map. A very, very dead Silas will join them. Kill goes over to Saber. First kill of the game for him. This has been his choice pick if he can. Oh, they killed the turret. I think they should kill the turret. I think you should have killed the turret there, maybe. Guess they're afraid of Junhao coming up with Cataclysm. Turret will die anyway from the 3 grubs. The team really wanting to walk into the enemy team, which makes sense. I think if you're walking into the enemy grouped up team, you're probably losing. Ultra Prime walking into something like a Poppy, that sucks. Into Nautilus as well, Jin as well. Yeah, stuff like this. It's going to be a problem. Catch out on both sides. Junhao got on one, Xiaofeng on the other. Both junglers forced to go out, and that culling does a lot of damage, but doesn't kill Viego. Force she'll flash away from Ovo. Did G2 have games this week? No, they didn't. They made a joke, which gave them enough armor to make that less good. Dragon spawning. And look how LNG, they don't want to be stuck in the Dragon Pit. Not against the Leona, really. And the Jarvan as well. Jarvan Leona is a heck of a good engage combo to punch down on people who are stuck in one area of the map. LNG trying to control the choke point. Hook lands onto the Jarvan. Oh, that is a problem for Ultra Prime. If he dies, that reset is very valuable. He goes down. Where's the reset? Great triple knockback, though, from the Cassandra. The reset comes through now, and the Flag Drake's not fantastic. Popbell doesn't get that much done. Ultra Prime do a good job of making sure the reset is not that valuable. It is still jungle for support, though. LNG lose the less valuable member. Ultra Prime lose their jungler with that objective up. So Ultra Prime will go back towards the mid lane, try and delay until Junhao is Ultra Prime, even-ish in gold still. Oh, hang on a second. What the hell is happening here? Oh my god, what is happening? What is happening indeed? That is all over the place. Let's dive in that bot side. Fish 1 getting a jumped onto. And he'll go down. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to quickly restart things after this fight because the audio is horribly desynced. Zucker trying to disengage, but it's not nearly enough. Too many people have gone down at this point, I think, in the fight. Too many HP bars. And god, sorry about the production issues, folks. We'll go through into this. Solar Flare, and you managed to stun someone important. That's still a stolen Solar Flare. He shouldn't be using the perfect execution now, I don't think. Well, I guess he can. The base damage is very high. Dragon's going down. LNG need to find a way to engage before the soul goes down. I'll Saber on the flank. Hydra trying to match him. Gets the perfect execution. Dragon gets stolen by Xiaofeng. No soul for Ultra Prime. What's happening in the rest of the fight? Saber, the big gold lead, is shut down. And suddenly the Silas is back in the game. Solar Flare comes through, and Ichen trying to clean up the AD carry will be able to maybe get him. Where are the rest of the resets for LNG? Xiaofeng not going to need them, I don't think. A W land onto Eject. It will be no soul for Ultra Prime. Ultra Prime trying to flash out, getting some combos down. Eject doing his best. The Cassandra getting some regen through that all out. The Flag and Drag gets the kill, even if it's stopped by the Poppy W. And 2 kills to Eject maybe opens up something like a Baron on spawn if they win this hard enough. Flag drag over the wall. Zucker, I don't think he's going to die to this. I think Junhao needs to back off. I think they really need to go towards something like the Atakan or the Baron. They don't get the Dragon, but they do narrowly win the fight. I think change things. No culling, no Solar Flare from Xiao Xiu. I guess he ulted himself there, actually. No big engage tool for him. Now, you don't need the Viego ult to get the resets. Now, it's obviously very important. It's a lot of his damage. Poppy ult missing. No disengage from that. Tanking the Atakan might come down to a smite. Xiaofeng doesn't really want to go in there. Has no smite from the last fight. Good damage onto Ichen, but he's able to tank things up. Pathmaker forward to Kali starting to get rolling. Has that Ian this time. Saber is not caught out. The Atakan doing a lot of damage. Abaye almost killed by Atakan. A self-kill by a shot instead from the curtain call. Saber trying to get the damage, flashing over the wall to kill out Haicha, but he escapes as well. He gives himself up as a reset. Now there's the Akali on the other team, and the Shroud and the Kunai and everything flies into the backs of Ultra Prime as 4 go down. They find their end at this time. Get themselves that 4 kills and the Atakan itself. Still off the vision. They haven't pinged him out. He doesn't have flash. Can open up one flank. Does change things. The Monster Energy Blast gun punts him back into the river. Does punt Junhao back into the river. Shasha walking up. I don't think a Soul Flare's up just yet. Spotted now on the flank. Baron started. Dragon started up. Ovo goes very, very low and Sabers into the backline. First kill goes down. The Steadfast Presence time's out, and that's a kill onto the Viego. No more resets. Ultra Prime not going to fall for the team fight foibles. They did around the Atakan. Dragon started up 2 kills. Should be the Dragon on top of it. And with no jungler, it's not like LNG can really do a counter Baron or something like that, especially with 2 people down. Be absolutely not something they can do. Chemtech Soul, claim for Ultra Prime at 29 minutes. Haichao Zucker can teleport into position if they want. Haichao's pushing the top lane in a turret. Is there going to be a fight? There's no fight steal available. Zucker's alone. Zucker's alone. I mean, they just let him go. There's no support here. Top lane in a turret, pushing in mid lane as well. LNG made the decision. We cannot contest the Baron, not without a smite. But also, your damage profile is just kind of low now. Was there anything old Akali couldn't do? I mean, this was like release rework Akali, where your ult was an untargeted dash with a mini stun on it, mixed damage with a ton of base damage. It was absolutely insane. But Q at max rank would do, or no, cast at max energy would like heal you and do more damage to minions. It was a mess. It was a real mess. Ultra Prime pushing in mid and bot lane. But yeah, release Akali on the rework was disgusting. Old Akali was also kind of broken, by the way. Gunblade was disgusting on it. There was some really fun tech where you could do the... it's not been upgraded just yet. I mean, having the Lord Doms and the Collector means you're at 50% crit. It's not bad in that sense, but you'd much rather not have a Collector and just have another crit item now at this point, really. Trunk in the mid lane. Good damage there from the Jin traps onto buy it. Do you have any life steal? It does have a little bit. There's no Steadfast Presence. Stun comes in. That is a lot of CC. Does he ever have the ability to get in time? This Poppy, notoriously tanky. When you get low HP and you proc that W, does manage to get through. The Jin W, sadly, on this side does... Potential engage in the mid lane. Dragon spawning, Elder spawning in 20 seconds. Okay then, folks. We are Elder flipping. Do you smell the burgers? Well, I don't. My nose is a bit blocked. Flash forward for a hook. It goes on to Jarvan, and it's not the most valuable. Where's the Poppy ultimate? Well, it's not going to do anything because Ichin ends up cancelling it out and going unstoppable with his own Pathmaker. I feel like LG get the worst off of that, but the HP bars aren't fantastic on Ultra Prime. Some damage came through onto them. Elder potentially started. Now, LNG, they don't really want to push up mid lane and go for a turret trade because giving up Elder is way too valuable. Haichao, level 17. Poppy ult has come back off. Cooldown. It goes onto the engages. The Poppy's the Leona's gone. Who else has gone with them? It's the top lane, but they can't engage during that time. Oh, it looks so good for a little while. Saber gets into the back line. Not stopped this time. Cataclysm into the boat to them. Where is the rest of the Akali damage? There it is! Into the back line. Great damage from the 4th shot. Can he clean up the rest of the fight? Does he need to? Fish 1, he needs some DPS. I don't think it's enough. I think LNG might have run out of steam. Saber's flank onto the back line. Might have just... flash on Leona. Also true. That's also good. Everything else is down. Very little. What happened in the play here? Is there a culling use? There was a culling use. Okay, so culling's down. Wait. Baya's dead. Hang on a second. Whoa. Baya's dead. I didn't even check that. He just ends up getting 4th shot. Fishwall just removes him from the field of play. This is why you don't have replays over important moments like this. Elder now taken down. But you have no AD carry. You have no AD carry. There's a popular away. The Elder Dragon now being started and put down low. Saber not wall stun, but there's so much damage and Saber goes down. How can any other team lose like this? It could go to smite range, but Junhao, the hero, takes the Elder. Ultra Prime will lose the fight. It's a triple to Xiaofeng, but the Elder is at least picked up by Ultra Prime. It's not on Baya though, is it? I think it is. I didn't see it on the right-hand side. There is an Elder on Lucian. Is that enough to save the game? Is that enough to save it? Ultra Prime, how does Baya die at such a critical juncture? How does he die like that? It is a 2v4 Nexus defense. Guardian Angel picked up by Baya. That could be crucial. Trying to use the culling now, I suppose. It's not fantastic. Zucker not taking that much damage walking up. Remember, he does have the Elder. They're taking him down low. The Elder is threatening. And it'll take 1. It'll take 2. Baya making up for previous mistakes. GA popped. Haichao sticking around, wanting to get out of the base. We'll just buy the GA. And that'll be enough. The GA is enough to save the game, though. 5v3. Now they are on the offensive side of the game-ending advance. Curtain calls ended early. Xiaoxia could have walked up and threatened an ult to close that off. This has been only the first series today, folks. Inhibitor taken. 10 seconds on Zucker and Xiaofeng. Is it enough time? Ichin going to go in. Haichao, he's low HP, and the Elder is ticking on him. Fish 1 trying to get some damage onto Saber, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The disengage comes through, and Fish 1 cannot stick around for a 4th shot. The towers are oh so low at Ultra Prime. The anti-clutch team finally find their moment. Zucker's a Poppy ultimate will not be enough to save the game, I don't think, question mark. No, it won't be. Ultra Prime will find themselves at 2 and 4, and LNG, the revive into Trundle. I know it's good with the with the Yone, but that is bold, friend. Then on the Dragon, Shanks, because he survived with so much HP, he can keep pushing mid lane. It's not like anyone else is coming over to contest that much, and Milky Way will lose that attempt to do contesting grubs, but they're a little slow to it. They walk through the choke point. It's one of the dangerous points of contesting this. Care doesn't have ult just yet, loses a bit of his HP. Culling's not bad from Hope. Good damage. I mean, that is a full channel Culling. Gets every single shot on target. Going on to the Trundle. Can they get the kill? No, they can't quite yet. He's surviving a very long time, and perhaps that's enough. 2 kills now up to the side of FPX, though, and Gen.G gets to run forwards with a Q active and a transcended form. The Unara is not caught, and the Unara will get a ton of damage. 3 kills to the Unara, and Gen.G. Swing back at that is, if they're the strategists and their strategy goes awry because, you know, Tabe is not getting good drafts or Taz not in the right place at the right time, things start to fall apart. They're caught out here. Kyle doesn't... Well, he's got an exhaust. He doesn't have flash, though. It's another easy kill. Milky Way flies out of nowhere, and... oh, by the way, I just completely thought it was hard steal out of the crystalline base, so that's my bad. Oopsies. Hang on a second. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Hits the W on there as well. You can just kill him, potentially. Flash from Hope. Holy moly. Bush baiting in topside now. 0 to 5 in kills. Ult pops onto Sheer. He has no flash. He should die here. Shanks will just put up the soldiers. That'll be a dead rumble. Good bush bite. As one last chomp will do it. Would like to give it over to the Azir. Not able to do so. Instead, drop off to half of his form. Dragon will be taken. Sejuani is very good at taking objectives when there's a melee with you to keep activating that E passive. The problem with flying type moves is that you just don't get a good physical flying move, which doesn't have huge detriments. Brave Bird is good, but it doesn't last you through long fights if you want to deal in poker or something like that. Jump force from Milky Way. You have jumped into a Trundle. Good damage from the Culling. Jeez, trying to fight over the Herald. Come back from Hope. Come back over. This is the thing. This choke point here, the more I see games of League of Legends, this choke point here is the most important part in top river. If you can get through that choke point, you're safe. This is why mid-pro is important. If you ever want an example of it, walking through mid lane is so much more safe than walking through that choke point from the Raptor pit. Now FPX get themselves a little bit of terrain. How do I approach this? Sheer, potentially looking for an equalizer. Ornalt coming through. Where's the equalizer? Brom Shield's using. That's not a great Ornalt. I mean, Dway's low HP. That does help. Milky Way. Ulted by Tarzan. Triple knockup from Dway, but is it enough? The equalizer's okay, but is it going to be enough? Care gets an ult into the backline. Gen.G untouched. Flashes over the Emperor's Divide. And we'll get into the play, making a net positive. Hope trying to DPS, and will be able to get the kill back. He's able to jump into the enemy jungle, but he will die for the attempt. 3 for 1. Gen.G does go down, but the missed Ornn ultimate. A bad mistake from Flandre. A bad... AL stressed to MSI? What does that mean? I'm sure they're stressed since MSI. To a certain extent. Well, their international break wasn't bad. Yeah, they've had some good international results. They've just not recovered at all since coming back internationally. Turret will go down and bot side. FPX will get themselves feats of strength. And that'll be the boots for them. Top side, AL a little slower on that. They want to use the ult to wave clear this. Both of them technically could have done, choosing not to. Flandre stacks up the Q on red buff, will hop over the wall. And that's just going to be dead. Anyone's legend. I mean, couldn't Flandre have just ulted the bot wave then? You're not going to fight around that dragon? Figured that would be the case. No, use the Ornalt. You shouldn't be falling for stuff like this. Care, bad teleport, loses the ult. Opens on the teleport out of Rumble if they can. Bloody hell, that's going down quick. Jesus, that's a quick Atakan coming down. Can they get in there? Milky Way, he has his ultimate to throw in. It's going low. There are 4 smites on the table right now. That means it is very hard to secure objectives. 2 from Spellbook, 2 regular ones. Who is going to get it? There's 3, and it goes to the AD carry without the smites. You have 4 fucking smites. One of them should get it. FPX end up getting the objective. No one has died. But FPX will get the Atakan and will start fighting around the choke point. Anyone's Legend don't get the Atakan and they don't get the fight either. Double to the Yone as another falls. It's going to be all 5 down. As Anyone's Legend lose the fight. Getting the Atakan, a clean 5 for none fight. Dragon is spawning. And Anyone's Legend, what has happened to this team since they came back recently? You're not getting it. 3 smites come in. None of them are on target. You think she upgraded the Essence Reef. It's better stats to give you. Trundle into Sejuani, maybe that'll help knock up. The Braum is not that tanky. Shanks maybe gets onto the carry and they can get onto the Unara. It's still doing damage though. Gen.G takes a while to die and Shanks has traded 1 for 1. I don't think that's good enough at this point in the game. Another carry goes down, another player rather. The Trundle, the jungler goes down and FPX will win the fight 2 to 1. Shanks commits the flash and the ult does. Baron Nerf started. Is this game still throwable? was pretty hard, actually. Gen.G doesn't have flash. That is a dead Baron. Tarzan doesn't have flash and won't be able to get close to the pitch. Wait, pops that ultimate. Very hard to do much about that. Care doesn't pull the ultimate just yet because he doesn't have it, actually. He doesn't need it. Kills Tarzan. Sheer starts to put on the flame spitter. Sejuani ult goes forwards in Anyone's Legend. I don't think they've got much of a disengage left in them. Shanks is trying to do damage. Don't think it's going to be enough. Gen.G will dash out of a little bit more, and FPX will clean up another fantastic fight on the backs of such a big gold lead. Sheer topping the damage shot from this one. I think Milky Way's ultimates have been sublime. That being said, hard for me to pick an MVP from this one. I think that Yunara has been very impactful. I think Yone's been very impactful. Hard to tell who's really had the most value, but FPX as a team pull out a game one, which has been very, very important for them. FPX are not a team which has had much success in this split. 1 and 5, looking for only their second series victory. This would be a step towards it. Towers getting focused down. 10 seconds on the carries. I think the towers might be dead before they are alive, though, and that is a very dead Braum. Add one more onto the pile of dead. The Carrion Crows eating well today as the Nexus falls. 20. Decent into the Victor. Not fantastic into Sivir. Can be okay, because you can lower spell shield with hook and then ult, or the other way around, right? Scry's willing to Scott through a bot side. Milky Way, was he spotted there? I don't know if he was. Just out of vision. Can they get there in time? Gen.G has flash, has cleanse, uses that cleanse first, and here comes Milky Way. He's read this very well. There's a flash on Kyle, might have to use it. Wall stun coming through from Tarzan. We'll get onto Gen.G first. Kyle will die, and now Tarzan is left behind enemy lines. Dway's over the wall. Who's going to come over to get this? Remember, he has no flash. Cat actually needs to be a little careful here. If he gives a Q over, that could be a bit of a problem. We'll get that last bit in, and it'll be a kill to Cat. So overplayed. The bot lane was winning. They do get something onto Gen.G. He does ton of his healing damage. Hook lands. Conqueror stacked up from Gen.G. Heal available from Jway. Actually, it's not just there yet. Flashes over the wall, tries to buy time. Hope trying to get shorted at the 80 carries down. It's 1 for 1, but I think Jway might be in trouble still. Either way, has heal, can hook to a wall. We'll get that. Get us to slow on the other side. Flash forward. Jway has heal now. He should be fine. In fact, baits out the barrier as well. Hook in, and Troy gets a solo kill on the AD carry. Oh, baited by the heal. Cool. What a weird game. Yeah, seconded. Jumping forward for the Valkyrie. Spell shield still there, but it misses. Spell shield doesn't get anything. Big one misses. Maybe Gen.G can get the kill afterwards. The barrier is not enough, and Gen.G will solo kill Hope in the bot lane. The spell shield not landing is such a big turnaround. Gen.G, can he get himself an execute in time? I don't think so. And if possible, he wants to give the kill to Kyle instead. Valkyrie's over the wave, and he'll get an execute. He'll clear out all. Play around this. You cannot play around low HP engaged supports. Very hard to. Dway needs to be a bit careful here. He's smoked by Tarzan, who procs that phase rush. He doesn't have smite, though, now. Milky Way. Hang on a second. Does he go onto Shanks? Just a little bit down there. Gets out of the Chaos Storm. And they go straight into the Rel. The Rel is high enough HP to find that engage. Care gets something onto Tarzan. Jesus Christ, the bunny damage. Cyclone comes through. He doesn't want to stick around. You might die. As the shotgun misses from Care. Oh, Care. So close, but not to be. 2 kills over to Anyone's Legend as Care misses the shotgun. And Anyone's Legend will clean up 2. 2 for 1, all things said. Late to the fight. Teleporting in now. Look, I mean, but... Oh, no. Don't give him the double Q. There comes in. Kyle comes in afterwards. Gen.G not really paying respect to that bush. I mean, Milky Way goes in. This is a really good flank, and the carries are going to go down. That's Victor and Sivir down, despite the fact that Corki's zeroed out. There's another Cyclone charge. We'll get onto the Scion, who doesn't have flash. The flank from Care, caused by Care's ultimate from Sheer and Milky Way, was absurdly good, and FPX find the AoE fight 2 for 1. Herald 7 in mid lane. Mid lane turrets still standing on both sides. Now, if this is first turret, again, it's feats of strength. Can they clear in time? Tarzan might be angling for a wall stun if people don't position correctly. Goes down. Dragon is alive. Care, can you get the shotgun? A little bit of damage. A little bit of damage there, you see. Decent. And Sheer will get the first turret on the top side. So they'll end up getting the feats of strength. They might give up the Dragon for it. I think FPX are happy to trade Dragon and go towards both outer turrets if they can, but Flounder is, you know, really annoying to deal with. Gen.G's not exactly killing the tanks right now. Shanks on the Dragon, as is Tarzan. Kyle threatening a Magnet Storm over the wall. Oh, dear Milky Way. Oh, dear Milky Way. Caught out. Jway's flashed already. I don't know if the hook's going to be enough to save him. Gen.G will get out to safety, and no, it's not safe enough for Jway. He'll go down. FPX not well enough played around that Dragon. 2 caught on the exit. Anyone's Legend will get the Dragon, and they'll get 2 kills. Yes, FPX get the feats of strength through that first turret on the top side, but they are losing out in this play. They'll lose the mid lane outer turret and important objectives. FPX just don't know how to approach this team effectively enough. Oh, so, this could be a dive. Yeah, this is one of those problems with the Aatrox saying, wall stunned, it'll be into a Q. Not actually put there in time. That's actually could cause a couple of issues. Teleport coming in from Chovy. Had that in the spellbook, and now, yeah, he's gonna die instead. Shirred actually made it out alive. Aurora pushing on top side, has 2 grubs. There's an AP scaling of mages on turrets does make this, I mean, it's an inner turret from an outer turret. If the kill wasn't there, this would be a good trade. And while it's happening, mid lane turret's happening as well. There is a teleport from Care if they want to contest Atacon. I'd imagine they have to give this up now, though. AL will take that on spawn. And it goes down. However, 2 turrets for FPX. Jachi has flash. Valkyrie, that's a problem. Yeah, yeah, don't cleanse that, buddy. Don't cleanse that. Very dead. Double ultimates put in. Kyle comes to the play as well. Just shouldn't be there, mate. Just shouldn't be there. Uses that cleanse with Jachi dying and not being around for wave clear duty. Very easy to take this one. They'll even up the turret trade all in all. Bring things again back to around about 1,000 gold lead or so. Maybe a little over that. Tarzan? Oh, a decent amount of HP. Thunder Sky makes you quite tanky when you can hit multiple people. Pushing in towards the inner turret now. Only the 1 grub. Can they wave clear through? How quick is this going to go down? Another wave's coming in. Might be inner turret for inner turret trade. Can anyone respond on the other side? Top lane inner turret goes down. Care. Going to be on the bot side. Can clear through this wave very teleport in. But now you've given up so much control on bot side. So they don't trade anything. Now that's a problem. Now, if you're going to trade, make it worthwhile. They don't take the inhibitor turret. There'll be a wave lost. So I suppose the gold is still a minute now until Dragon. FPX, I mean, Woolston doesn't land onto Care again, actually. That's not that much damage on Starzan. Block, hang on a second, blocking that through. We'll have to ult, perhaps. Yeah, you probably should have flashed there, Care. Dies, and that's the game. I'm sorry, folks, that's the game. Care, you cannot afford to play like that. Caught out by Tarzan. Doesn't flash out of the W, doesn't ult, and now FPX are thrown under the bus. The Aurora goes down, and FPX, what was a difficult game now I think becomes largely unwinnable. Tarzan running at them around the side. Daban's play. Movement speed. Tries to get the wall stun. And he will get it as Jachi cleanses. And it won't matter jack all. Anyone's Legend will clean up 4 kills. As Anyone's Legend use that Poppy. Use Tarzan to find the picks. And Care out of position. Caught out. And will lead to so far. I think now with the gold lead opening up to 4,000 and items starting to come out thick and fast from the likes of the Victor and the Civet. You know, Seek is on the Victor, the Bloodthirster on the Civet. They have the luxury defensive items now. And I think FPX were already out-damaged. I think they were already outscaled. Does coaching make a difference in League of Legends? Yeah, it does for Anyone's Legend. I think they've got the best coach in the league in Tarbate historically. We may well be going to 6 games today, folks. 3 in our first. Long ones in our first one, too. This one will be likely going to 3 here as well. With then FPX throwing an okay spot in the game. And now into one, which is very, very difficult. Sheer. Oh, hang on. Flash forward. Cyclone comes through. Aurora getting some damage down. Flashed into the wall by the wall stun. Sheer still on the flank, but there's no follow-up now. We'll flash over the wall. Some decent damage onto Kyle, but that's his support. It's not onto the carries. Shanks walking forwards again, and the Scion forcing a flash backwards. Chaos Storm onto the bunny will allow the inhibitor turret to fall. And Poppy just farming a Grump while they can. Teleport out from Rel, who has that from the spellbook. Sheer trying to get away. Was spotted out. I think Tarzan's just trying to stop him from recalling. If the signal isn't good from China's own production, then sometimes that will happen. It's been largely very good. Largely very good. But recently it's been a little bit stuttery. Pushing in towards the inhib turret. Shank's currently dealing with Sheer on the side in terms of the flank. A little bit of damage through onto Kyle. Care does have the combo available. Sheer's popped the ultimate. Hook misses. Sheer being warded off well by Shanks. Civet ult to come back in. Redemption being used. That'll be some good HP to turn around. Care does manage to get the Scion, but I think the damage is still too much. The Civet is untouched. The Victor is untouched. And Anyone's Legend will close out a death by 1,000 cuts game against FPX. Sheer couldn't really get value on the flank. Gonna get sold out by Tarzan again. Milky Way unable to get those clutch cyclones. Anyone's Legend with a super minion left will close out the game and bring us to a 3rd game. 6 games today. Going golden on the Nexus. 3 games in. Actually.
Yeah, he sets up really well.
And it also means you get to play from a lot longer range than the rest of than your top jungle do. So, won't matter though. Milky Way needs to get a recall in a 40,000 pounds to like hire someone for give me 30,000. Dragon will go down to early. That's why, basically. You know, it used to be able to pay my rent. Shit. Has flash. Can ward hop. Or flash away. These Jin traps are so annoying. Knockup will go onto him. He pops the ult. Sheer gets slowed down from the glow. Oh, dear God. It's a care package from Milky Way, who might have just delivered a packed lunch over to anyone's legend. Old Sin doesn't have to flash out. Thought they would do for a second. Milky Way people do them. And, you know, the Jin wasn't even in range of double your ult. Does it from a global thingy built? That was an alley-oop of all time. Milky Way pops that E. Decent damage. Handshake will be a bit of a problem. Renato ult disengage. Damage not landing onto Milky Way right now. And he'll be able to body block. So he'll hold onto the full shot perhaps. No. Why is Care there? Care has died after the play had completely stopped. And anyone's legend have somehow ended up picking up a kill in bot lane. That was a good play for them. In mid lane, they were at the top. In favor of anyone's legend. And that will be their first turn of the game. That will secure the feat of strength. Or Silas plays or Jax plays. FPX, they might try and avoid fighting again for a little while on cross map. But I think they might be giving up a little too much. Second dragon to anyone's legend. I've been really willing to trade objectives. Hang on, no one has picked up flowers on the entire map. This is going to be a ton used. They used the Herald as well. They'll drive that in towards mid lane. How many do they get? Tarzan, my dude. Did you just waste Herald? Was it running out? Friend? Buddy? Pal? Much gold totems. Does everyone manage to spend it? Sheer's level 14. Flandre is a little bit in terms of XP, but not actually a full level over. Sheer on the flank. Okay, how good's the Renata ult gonna be? Care on the flank. What can he steal? He can steal the Shinzo ult. He misses over the wall. He's on full vision, and he's gonna steal in and go in towards the Crescent Guard. Dragon secured by Tarzan, and the Silas is doing okay job. What's happening on the other side, though? Shit, trying to look for a flank. It's not bad in terms of the Renata ult. Buy some space. Might be allowed them to disengage. Flandre over the wall. Shockwave force with the feather pullback. Jachi not got the breast angle with that Sheer going in against a 3-man stun. Is it Jack's time? I don't know. I think he's going in without any support. And Sheer, oh Sheer, that is not the play you wanted. Jachi left in the pit. Had flashed. Couldn't get close to it. There's going to be a man drop out of the sky and to safety as Pantheon will flee the scene of the massacre. Anyone's legend will go to Soul Point with third dragon, and FPX will lose 3 kills across the play. I don't think Dway's going to make it out of this alive. Not going to lie. I guess he could flash out. I just don't think it's worth it. Better bail out on himself, because why not? And he'll be left to die, burn out, bleed out in the snow. Not even snow. It's just, I don't know, played around 2049, I guess. Hope picks up that one. Anyone's legend. They've just not been able to get enough value. Care now walks under this turret. Care in that last play had to flash over the wall to get into the play in the first place. And a second jumped onto. He's pretty tanky. Pretty hard to do this after Riftmaker completed as well. Tower will go down in Anyone's legend. We'll take another one in the top lane. So 2 towers in one fell swoop. FPX, I don't see how they come back from a play like this now. They've not managed to use the proactive Pantheon ult at all. Care is behind 2,000. Milky Way is 0-0-0. Not die, but not exactly helping either. Sheer at least stop. Not many people leave that ward when they're ahead of the game, but when you're behind the game, it's great for randomly spotting stuff out. When you're behind the game, leave wards in non-opportune spots, because people sweep all the good spots. You have to go for the second best ones, because you can't defend them anyway. Right there, that really helps. Care caught out by that Jin, and the Shockwave will come in, and yeah, Silas will once again return to the CPS screen. Care has struggled this series. Occasionally excellent, but in this series, sadly not rolling. Sheer is teleporting in. They can't realistically let the Baron go down, but how are they in time to contest it? They've been a little bit late to objective contest on the time through. The gym will start to slow them down. Flash in from the Tarzan for the 3-talent strike, and that is a dead bird pushing up the daisy. He's gone to meet the maker. That is an ex-Jachi as the curtain call comes through to slow and damage a few more times. 3 dead already with Care beforehand. 2 in the fight. The Jax has not been able to realize the late game dreams and will fall down alongside his teammates. FunPlus Phoenix cleared away from the Baron. Anyone's legend will have a free shot at this now. I suppose they'll resettle with Kyle. They'll go back towards the objective. I suppose there is a man drop and a dream. There is a man. Do we get to see the... Hang on. We're going to see Mountain Soul pitching in the picture-in-picture. Anyone's legend are now in prime position to completely take over this game. You're telling me we're not getting a replay of that almost Baron steal? Come on. Aw, I feel like I robbed a little bit there. Inner turret will fall. Anyone's legend will take that. More gold. Another 2.5 tons of ryegrass to Harurara. Another inner tower to Flandre. Chomp chomp goes the brickwork. Inner turret next to fall. FPX have not gotten a single kill. Killless in game 3. Cheer walking forwards. He's not done bad in terms of the gold. Milky Way, yeah, not able to get that much done on the other side, really. This Pantheon has done nothing. He's 0 kill participation because there's 0 kills. Mid inhibitor's gone down. Bot lane soon to follow. Care takes the ult, misses the E, and Tarzan bot backed a little bit by the Crescent Guard, but I don't think he's going to care that much. He's got a Sundered Sky. The Renato ult is not bad. Can they get themselves a single kill? Oh, they are trying, and oh, they are failing. 2 dead. Flandre kills another, and Jin stays alive. Anyone's Legend rally around their team. A Feather Pullback is also not enough. The tower's not able to finish the job as 15-0. Anyone's Legend lose a game and will not leave the day feeling entirely happy, but a almost perfect game, at least in